Today's video is going to be a bit different. We're going to actually talk about me having not VSG, I'm having gastric bypass, but we're going to talk about the difference between both surgeries and why I am choosing to go with gastric bypass. So again, this has been a long time coming. In this video, we're going to talk about my highest weight and where I currently sit and where I am in the process. But I think it's very important that you know the difference between the two surgeries that are available for weight loss. Now, this is my disclaimer. Everyone is in different places in life, and their reason for having surgery can be a lot different from mine. So give everybody their grace, because this is not an easy decision. They got cut into me. And making that decision as a mommy is extremely hard, extremely terrifying. But we are here because we want to be the best version of ourselves. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's talk about the two different surgeries that are extremely popular. VSG, which is the vertical sleeve, and gastric bypass. What's the difference between those two surgeries? Number one, for the vertical sleeve itself, they remove about 70 to 80% of the stomach in a sleeve. Kind of looks like a really thin banana. And typically, people tend to lose 50 to 60% of their actual weight after having the sleeve. But they can still have some complications, like the stomach could possibly stretch and get a little larger over time. Acid reflux is something that a lot of people experience, and it's a slower weight loss compared to the gastric bypass itself. One issue with both of them is that if you are not careful and you don't follow instructions after having these surgeries, you can get like leaking in like your staples. It's rare, but it happens. You just got to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, because that leaking causes more surgeries. So that's the vertical sleeve, the VSG. Well, let's talk about gastric bypass. And number one, this one is a more permanent solution, especially if you're diabetic like I am. You want to get rid of that diabetes. I don't want to be on medication my entire life. I tried a lot of different things. We'll talk about that in another video. But for this one itself, it takes your stomach and kind of makes it like the size of an egg, which limits like food intake and calorie absorption. They also like take out a portion of your intestines, so it's a bit shorter, just to make sure those vitamins can be absorbed. Now, with both surgeries, you're required to take vitamins for the rest of your life. A lot of people are like, that's stupid, I don't want to do that. What you don't want to do is your business. What I want to do is mine. So let's go. They reroute your intestines so that it is more effective, right? Which is perfectly fine. The VSG is non-reversible. The gastric bypass technically is reversible, but it's a bit difficult. Some of the symptoms that you actually have with gastric bypass is dumping symptoms, like you're throwing up, or diarrhea, if you know what actual dumping syndrome is. Gastric bypass and VSG are both difficult surgeries, right? To choose from. The big question is, what works better for you? Most people that get VSG want the simpler surgery, fewer complications. Patients that go gastric bypass route will lose more weight quicker, and it's a commitment. It's like a lifelong commitment to monitor your intake of food and your nutrition. Let me say, neither surgery is a shortcut, because you have to make a choice to actually take surgery. People think it's a shortcut. It's really, really not. It is a long, hard decision, and it's not. You can't just show up to the doctor and say, I want this, give it to me. Not only do you have to go through a nutritionist evaluation, but you also have to go through a psych evaluation to ensure that you are mentally prepared for the changes that's going to happen with your body. Another reason that I chose gastric bypass is because I am a diabetic type 2. I've been diabetic since I had my daughter, which is around 8-9 years. In that time span, I've lost 70 pounds on my own. My highest weight, 321 pounds. I'm exactly 251. So, I've done the work. So don't come for me talking about I haven't, because I have definitely done the work. So this portion of my life where I've been stuck in this like 240, 260 range, I'm over it. I need something that's going to work, because I do not want to be on medication my entire life, and I will not be on medication my entire life. So this is a decision that I had to make for myself, but also for my family, because I want to be able to raise my kids. My kids are still young. They need their mama. So this is what I'm going to do. People think it's a risk. I don't think it's too much of a risk, because after talking to my doctor, and of course you talk about what's the death percentage for a person like me. It's 0.05, which is less than 1%. I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk to be the best version of myself. And some people may not understand that, and that is okay. It's okay for them not to understand where you are coming from or why you're making changes for you. This is not about them. This is about you and you being the best version of yourself. Now, I'm curious to know, have you guys had VSG or gastric bypass? How did it turn out for you? What advice would you give me as someone who is going to, actually have this surgery? I'm not gonna say how close I am, but I'm pretty close. Pretty close. And I'm gonna take you on that journey with me, because I ain't really doing it. Even though a lot of people in my family are, everybody's gonna be worried. You're going under, they gotta put you to sleep. They're gonna ask you, do you have power of attorney? Do you got a will? This is a real thing. So while I am getting ready to actually do this and actually change my life for the good, I'm super excited. Again, those two, it was hard. It was a hard decision to choose between VSG and gastric bypass, but I have a wonderful doctor that explained the difference to me and also said, hey, Cassie, this is what you want for this reason. This is why this is a long-term. This is why this is better long-term versus short-term. And that's what I want. My doctor is like that doctor that's on TV. She's brutally honest. And I love that about her. I love somebody who's not going to play with me, who will say, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. This is what you're doing right. So I'm here for it. I am here to just, get the surgery over with and start being the best version of myself. I'm already a great version of myself. I'm very proud of where I am in life and where I've come in life. But I can be better. You're probably wondering, why haven't you just worked out? I have all the Peloton products. I got them. That's how I lost the first 75 pounds. Because I am consistent. I went from wearing my Apple Watch to a Whoop recently, because I want to wear my watches. And I don't want to look like Inspector Gadget. So I'm choosing to have just my one watch and my Whoop. My Whoop is not on now because it's on charger. But I do track my weight. I track my weight. I track my steps. I track my calories. I also track my sleep, which is the reason I absolutely love Whoop. It's because you can sleep with it, and it'll tell you the quality of sleep that you actually got. So all the steps to live that healthier lifestyle, because it is a lifestyle change, I've taken, and I'm doing. But trust me, when I come back, because I'm coming back, I will be a version of myself that no one's ready for. I'm ready for her. I'm definitely ready for her, but you may not be. So buckle up. Thank you so much for watching my video about VSG. Again, if you've had VSG and you want to give me some advice, girl, boy, mister, sir, ma'am, I'm here for it. Please let me know what you think in the comments, or if you have any other suggestions. Again, thanks for watching my channel.